are the kids?
They're good. Achoo!
Reporting live from FLU News, I'm John, and I'm reporting from Europe, where the influenza of 1918 and 1919 was most hard hit. Here we have a witness and a doctor who will testify how this has affected Europe and America greatly. We have Gertrude Vonell and Dr. Stacy Barton. Let's welcome Gertrude, our witness. Okay, Gertrude, tell us how this has affected your life.
Hello, my name is Gertrude. I got very sick in the year 1918. It was very difficult for me because I had to wear a mask on my face everywhere I went. The doctor said it was very contagious, so I had to be very careful with how I talked to my children, how I interacted with them. And that's another thing, how it affected me, because I could not be the same with my children and with my husband at that time. I had to live somewhere else because if I would have given that sickness to my children, they would have died. And as a mother, I did not want to do that.
Thank you. You can leave now, Gertrude. Let's welcome our doctor, Stacy. Here we have Dr. Stacy Barton. She is an American doctor, and we're going to see what she has to say about this horrible tragedy.
Thank you for having me. So what we have here is the Spanish flu, and it has affected 1/5 of the world's population. These outbreaks have spread through North America, Europe, Asia, Africa, Brazil, and the South Pacific. 20 to 40 million people have been affected. Even our president, Woodrow Wilson, has been infected.
That's great. But don't you have any more statistics?
Of course I do, John. This deadly virus just appeared out of nowhere. No one knows where it came from or what impacted it. This virus killed more humans than any other disease. And this disease was 25 times more deadly than ordinary diseases. The lifespan of the U.S. fell by 12 years in 1918. Of the flu, there were 2 waves. The first wave was forgotten, and it wasn't that impactful. The second wave of the flu arrived in Boston and was monstrous.
Thank you, Dr. Stacy Barton. Now we're going to get into some interviews about the ill and into some more statistics. Please wait and see. Hi, it's John again, and here we are with a woman that has influenza, but now it is the 21st century. By the end of the 1918 and 1919 influenza epidemic, about 20 to 50 million people died worldwide, and about 500,000 Americans. This was truly a tragedy. Oh wait, is that Dr. Barton I see walking by? Anyways, Dr. Barton, can you tell us about some things that have changed from the epidemic of 1918 to 1919 from the 21st century?
There have been many advancements in technology and vaccines. If this woman were to be affected in the 1918s, she would not survive. But thankfully, now we have all of these vaccines and medicines. Over the course of 3 years, there have only been 414 people that have died because of this flu. But in the years of 1918 and 1919, there were reports of 20 to 50 million people that have died. This woman is very lucky to have the flu now. Many may ask how the influenza epidemic affected the war effort.
This is a very interesting question, and it influenced the war by killing more soldiers and sailors than any enemy weapons.
The flu killed about 36% of the trained military men, and they attacked over a dozen military camps, which hindered their fighting abilities.
Not to mention, it also diverted military resources and made the human attention and energy towards the military scarce.
Another common question is, what were the post-war effects on the U.S.? Take it away, Jazz.
Well, manufacturing, production, and efficiency had increased through necessities during the war, such as weapons and food products.
And unlike Europe, the factories and homes of the U.S. were not destroyed. In fact, America had emerged as a world industrial leader, and the U.S. economy was booming.
Profits were increasing, which led to the period in American history called the Roaring Twenties, with the massive rise in consumerism for the wealthy.
However, inflation was high, and companies and corporations started to reduce wages and lay off workers to keep down operating costs.
The number of unions grew during the war, and workers protested, which led to a massive wave of strikes in 1919.
There was an increase in competition for employment. This led to racial unrest and race riots. Suspicion during this time eventually led to the Red Scare.
Thank you for tuning in to FLU News. This is John,
Gertrude Linnell,
Stacy Byrne.
and we'll see you next time.